The president was questioned by Nightly News concerning the possibility of the establishment of a commission of inquiry to determine the circumstances surrounding the shooting to death of the former Minister of Agriculture, along with his siblings at his Earl's Court, Laban Intention home in 2006.
We have communicated with the family, and a certain course of action is being discussed.
Nightly News sought to inquire what the course of action alluded to by the president would be, but he wouldn't see. This newscast diligently sought to garner from the president whether or not a commission of inquiry will be established, but Ali would only reiterate that a certain course of action is being taken.
I said I'm not saying I'm not committing to that. Course of action is being discussed.
April 22nd last marked 15 years since the former PPP minister was shot to death at his home. Around 12:15 a.m. on April 22nd, 2006, 7 masked gunmen dressed in military attire invaded Shaw's home and riddled him, his 2 siblings, Rajpat Shah and Pulmati Prasad, security guard Curtis Robertson and the family dog with bullets. 3 other persons were also injured. Prakash Shah, 53, another brother of the minister, and security guards Albert Mangra and Aga Khan. In a letter to the media in 2020, Roger Shah, brother of the late PPP minister, expressed his hope that following the 2020 elections, a COI would be established into the killing of the minister and those around him. And I quote, "It is the family's determined hope that whomever forms the government post-2020 elections will proceed with immediacy to launch an inquiry into the despicable tragedy of the Shah killings. We have noted in the past that such an inquiry must be independent, thorough, and focused on both the criminal elements and the controlling minds involved." End quote. Jermaine Skinny Charles, Rondell Feynman Rollins, and David Leander, called Biscuit, had been charged with the murders. While Charles and Rollins were killed in a shootout with police, Leander died while receiving medical treatment at the Georgetown Public Hospital after complaining of feeling unwell in prison. Former crime chief Silal Prasad is quoted as saying that the case regarding the former minister's death was closed and would only be reopened when new information surfaced. He had said that the closing of the case signaled a suspension of investigations until new information came to hand. He did not deny that there may have been more persons involved in the murders, but pointed out that investigations are done based on the availability of information. In December 2006, while Jermaine Skinny Charles, one of the several men who were identified as suspects in the murders, was being remanded to prison, he shouted in the courtroom, and I quote, "Me and kill Sash, they planting murder on me." End quote. Wendell Badri, HGP Nightly News.